Welcome to Back Talking. I'm Todd Wegerski, and I'll be your host for the show. Now, I've titled this episode 0 as I wanted to take some time before we jump into the subject matter to explain what Back Talking is all about, who I am, and where we're headed with the show. Now, with Back Talking, you guessed it, we will be discussing a wide variety of topics related to the back or spine, from arthritis, herniations, and sprain strains, and everything in between. We're going to mix in some anatomy, some physiology, pathology, and just plain old science, all with the intention of helping you to understand, prevent, treat, or manage back pain. So if you've ever suffered from back pain, are suffering from back pain, or know someone who is suffering from back pain, this is the show for you. And I hope that we will become an invaluable and highly informative resource in this regard. While there is no shortage of books, videos, websites, and such to gather information from, be it some good and some bad, Back Talking will be different in that you get me, a real person that you will be able to interact with via live hangouts, webinars, or through email. You will have the opportunity to ask questions, and hopefully will help solve some problems that you're dealing with. And if I don't have the answers, I'll tell you, and I'll go find someone that does. So who am I? Again, my name is Todd Wegerski. I'm a doctor of chiropractic and also an acupuncturist. I have a private practice in Cary, North Carolina, a suburb of Raleigh. And I'm just about ready to begin my 18th year of being in practice. I'm originally from the Syracuse, New York area, Camillus to be exact. Growing up, and to this day, I was active in many activities, especially sports. I participated in football, soccer, hockey, and my favorite, baseball. But I still take to the ice on Monday nights to see if I can still hang with the young guys. I went on to college at the University of Buffalo, and I graduated with industrial engineering degrees. I worked as an engineer for 5 years and then decided to go back to school. And I graduated in April of 1997 from New York Chiropractic College and was licensed by the state of North Carolina in the same year. In the 18 years of being in practice, I've had postgraduate training in pediatrics, orthopedics, neurology, rehab, just to name a few. And I became an acupuncturist in 2000. And have been absolutely amazed and thrilled with the healing and curative powers of acupuncture. Now, being an athlete myself, I've always been drawn to what makes the human body perform better. So when I work with patients, I always consider what has caused the injury to begin with. Tissue overload from poor posture and poor movement is often the reason for injury. Now, in dealing with back pain issues, identifying faulty postures and compensatory movement patterns that lead to tissue breakdown is more often the key to helping someone feel better and perform better. So over the years, I can't say that I've seen everything, but I've seen many different ways and conditions and a whole lot of weird ways that people have hurt themselves that we could start a whole other show about. Now, the inspiration for the Back Talking series comes from my frustration with online sites that deal with back pain. Now, on several of these sites are forums where people suffering from back or neck issues seek out advice from others regarding their condition. Now, I joined these forums thinking that this would be an awesome way to help people with their questions. My responses were purely educational. I was trying to help them understand what their condition was, helping them understand what their imaging study results were, what their proposed treatment suggestions were and such. And I never identified myself as being a chiropractor, but just another individual in the forum handing out advice. Now, these forums are patrolled by moderators who are on the lookout for anyone that seems to be handing out what looks to be medical advice, or more like common sense. But guess what? That moderator on duty for the session would accuse me of handing out medical advice and would erase my answers to people that I was corresponding with. But what really got my goat was that the moderators themselves were just full of bad advice. They were extremely biased and were very strong in their opinions regarding what type of practitioner someone should see and the type of treatment that they should pursue. So it was left to the well-meaning members of the forums to discuss their experiences amongst one another, and the responses would make me cringe half the time. It's no wonder that we have the back pain epidemic that we have today. And also many questions were left unanswered. People posted, but got no responses back. So, backtalking is my way of bridging the gap that exists between people suffering from back pain or seeking knowledge about certain conditions and those who have the knowledge, expertise, and experience to help them. We'll try to help people understand the different conditions of the spine, what they are, understand the anatomy, understand the imaging studies, what treatments are available, and what the expected outcomes are. Initially, the discussions will be one-sided, with myself driving most of the discussion on the topics. But future topics will be based on user feedback and driven by the audience as they submit topics for discussion. Now, the episodes will consist of educational discussions, Q&A sessions, special guests from other healthcare disciplines to get their perspective on back issues, and episodes of real-life case studies where we will talk with a back pain sufferer and get their story of what they've done, what worked, and what failed. Now, I plan on being here a minimum of at least once a week, and I'll do my best to keep the show lengths to under 20 minutes. So I hope that you'll join me on this journey with the Back Talking series. And please reach out to me. I'd like to know what you are struggling with or what problems you are having. Now, any questions, comments, or future episode ideas can be submitted to me at todd@backtalkinghelp.com. Again, that's todd@backtalkinghelp.com. And I look forward to hearing from you.